King Corn beats be killing shit.
We was powers on this earth once, and we was all about the mirth once. Idol worship, murder like the first of the month. Hit a nigga with the bit like you need a light. That's what you do when you on fourth, or else you got a punt. But we ain't needed when we cry for Egypt flesh, nah. So it's Egypt that we got, and we hella mad. These crackers soaring off our shoulders like some hella pads. They see our sweat, but they don't feel us like we holograms. I'll be damned, another black man shot again.
Shalom, 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 family. Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises to the Heavenly Father. That's the Most High Yahweh, all right? And we do so in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world falsely calls Jesus Christ. His real name in the ancient Paleo Hebrew is Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, all right? This your brother, Captain Azarayah, FOG, coming back as I promised. To finish off this lesson, is grace greater than your sin? To be honest, I probably could go a lot longer just dissecting every single word of these Christians, but I'm going to just finish it up. I had a few points that I wanted to make sure that I cover today. Also, like, share, and subscribe if you could. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have anybody come through with me today. I know our elder from Baltimore. He was saying that he did have some stuff he wanted to add to it, but I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to make it through this afternoon. But if he can, it will definitely be. He'll definitely add to the lesson. All right. So again, like, share, and subscribe. We're gonna get to it. Get into it in a moment. Ain't gonna take up too much of your time this evening either. All right, Lord willing. All right, but you never know. All right. Again, if you're watching live or if you're watching later, hit the like button. All right, hit the like button for me. Like, share, and subscribe if you could. All right. I'm gonna get this video queued up here in just a moment, and we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna finish filleting these Christians. All right, because they seem to believe that grace is greater than your sin, and we already proved that no. Look, the punishment for not keeping, you know what I'm saying, the laws of God, and if you want to call them by extension the laws of Christ, because He said, I only can do nothing of myself. I only can do what I've seen of the Father, and that what I've seen is that which I do. All right. So let's get that. Let me show y'all that, and then we'll get into it. While I'm talking about it, might as well just pull it out, right? So let me go ahead and get that in Hebrews for us real quick. I think that's in Hebrews 10. Yeah, that's Hebrews 10. Got that. Just 1 second, family. Let me pull this over here. And let me share my screen. Let me share my screen too, family. All right, because yeah, like a lot of these Christians, they think they can get off, and they love to run the Paul's epistles, or some of the epistles, twisting them of the New Testament authors. This is Hebrews, to the Hebrews, by the way, and this epistle is largely attributed to Paul, but there is no actual proof or real evidence that Paul actually authored this epistle. Okay, so, but the point is, what I was making about is that still these Christians, they let it run to either the writings of Paul or again to the other New Testament, so-called New Testament epistles. And don't forget about what the Most High Yahweh said, right? And also forget about actually the words. See, they hate the words of Yahweh Shai too, right? These Christians, right? What they hate. Let me show y'all a little bit of what they hate, and then we're gonna come back here and see um, what the punishment under grace is for not for breaking God's laws, or again by extension the laws of Christ. Right? We're gonna take a look at that. Right? But they hate that Yahweh Shah said things like this. Right? Let's get it real quick. Right? So this is Matthew chapter 15. Right? Again, red letter. Right? They hate the red letter. All right. So Matthew 15. I want to start at verse 22. Right? Let me make this a little bit bigger too. Make this a little bit bigger for everybody. See how that looking, Lord willing. That should be a little bit better for everybody. Kind. All praises. All right, so let's take a look at this family. All right, again, these Christians, again, they hate the words. They do hate the words of Christ, right? Because their God, um, they not try. I like to say a lot of them. They not even Trinitarians. They Paulitarians, right? Right. Shout out to Deacon Carter Sakari. He likes to say that the God of the Christian church is Paul, and I agree, right? Because they hate the words of the Most High God, Yahweh, right? They hate his name too, right? His name be dreadful amongst the heathens, by the way, right? But also, they hate the words of his son, right? Who they call Jesus Christ, right? Who they claim that they're followers of, right? But they don't like that he said things like this right here. All right, so this is Matthew chapter 15, and we're going to start at verse 22 right quick, right? It says, and behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast and cried unto him, saying, right? So this is a Canaanite woman, right? Let's take a look at something real quick. So this is a woman of Canaan, right? It's a Canaanite, right? Cananos, right? Canaanite, name of the ancient habitation of Palestine before it was conquered by the Israelites. That's right. In Christ's time, they were referred to as Phoenicians. All right, but these are heathens, right? That's the point. She was a heathen. Okay, so right. Uh, so this heathen woman, this Canaanite woman, came out of the same coast, right, of the coast of Canaan, right, and cried unto him, saying, "Have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David, for my daughter is grievously vexed with a devil." Right, so that's what she said to the Lord Yahweh Shai. Right, watch what he says. Right, and they don't teach this in the Christian church. Right, your pastor hooping and hollering in the pulpit on Sundays. He's not going to bring this out. All right, but we're gonna bring it out. We're gonna teach. We're gonna teach you the truth here. All right. Watch what this. Watch what this says, family. Right. It says, but he answered her not a word. See again. They don't like this, right? All right. And he answered her. He ignored her. He answered her not a word. And his disciples came and besought him, saying, "Right now, these are the guys who learned, the brothers who learned at the feet of Christ. All right. The ones he said that if you follow those of you who follow me in the regeneration that you're going to sit on 12 thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel, right. It's Yahweh Shai prayed for these brothers, right. He said these are the ones that you gave me, right. Let me show y'all that, right. Let's get that real quick. See, I'm gonna show that. I got a little bit of time today. I'm gonna take my time a little bit. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it right quick. I want that in. Let's see. I want that. So that down. I think that's in John. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, I said, typed it wrong. What was that you gave me? Let's get that right quick. Uh, hmm. Hopefully I can find it real quick. Uh-uh-uh. Um, Let me see. Let me go this way. I pray for them. I think that's yes. Here we go. Okay, so let's see. John 17. Go up a little bit. Okay. All right, here we go. This John 17 and 5. Watch this, family. Right now, again, this I'm just pointing out the importance of the disciples. You know what I'm saying? Watch how Yahweh Shai. Look, Yahweh Shai is praying to the Father too. This is another cut on you Christians too, right? You oneness Christians. All right. It says, and you Trinitarians too, right? That's how it says, oh now, oh Father, glorify me, uh, glorify me with thy own self, with the glory which I had with thee before the world was. Right? So he was with Yahweh, with the Most High before the world was. That's Yahweh Shai. All right, not that there's the same person and he's in some incarnation, right? It's ridiculousness, right? It says, I have manifested thy name unto the men. Watch this, right? Check this again. It says, I have manifest thy name unto the men which thou givest me out of the world. See how important these disciples were, right? And I'm just showing that to illustrate, like in Matthew 15, when the woman who came out of the coast of Cana, right, Yahweh Shai, the Lord Jesus Christ, ignored her. And then the disciples, what did they say to her? These the ones that he's praying. Yahweh Shai right here is praying to the Father, and he's saying, yeah, Matt. He said that he's manifest his name, made his name known, the Most High's name known unto the men, right? Which Most High gave to Yahweh Shai, right? And this is before the world was in context. That's why he said they're gonna sit on 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel, 12 tribes of Israel, Slovakia, right? He says, "Thine they were." See that they the Most Highs, right? We all the Most Highs, right? And thou gavest them me, and they have kept thy word. Now they that have known, now they have known that all things whatsoever thou hast given me are of thee, right? So whatever he got it from the Father, right? Even these men, right? Because again, what did Yahweh Shah say? That they belong to the Father. For I have given unto them the words which thou givest me, and they have received them, and have known surely that I came out from thee, right? And they have believed that thou didst send me. I pray for them. I pray not for the world. He's talking about Israel, but he's talking about the world of Israel. But he's saying he's specifically praying for them, for the apostles, because they had a important task to accomplish, creating the early church, right? Right. The church is a group of Israelite believers too, by the way. But for them which thou givest me, for they are thine. Right. That's the point. All right. Let's go back to Matthew. Right. With that understanding. All right. So, but Yahweh Shah answered her not a word. Now his disciples, which the Most High gave Yahweh Shah, right, came and besought him, saying, "Send her away, for she crieth after us." See that, right? They said, "Get her, let's get her to kick rocks, Lord." All right, she got to go. She needs to beat her feet and get up the street. Bars. I wasn't even trying to do that. right? She need to beat her feet and get up the street. All right, you know, watch out, man. I might be the next rapper in Israel, man. Psych. Just playing, family. All right. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Wow. Ignored her, right? Then the disciples came and was basically like she need to beat feet up the street and be gone, right? And then when Yahweh Shah, when he finally did acknowledge her, he said, I'm not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Ugh, that's just cold, man. That's just cold. Then came she and worshipped him, saying, watch what she said, Lord, help me. But he answered and said, it is not meet to take the children's bread and to cast it to dogs. He called her a dog. Right? Let's read that in a different translation. Let's see how a couple other people might run it. All right, it says, Jesus responded, it is not right to take food from the children and throw it to dogs. Right? And the children in this context are the children of Israel, the Israelites. And the dogs are like the Canaanites, the heathens, right? All these other nations, all you heathens, you Edomites and Elamites and Moabites, right? All of you, all you heathens, right? Y'all dogs. That's what the Lord Yahweh Shah called y'all, right? And just like the parable of the man who I think it was Lazarus who sat at the gate, right? And every day, you know what I'm saying, all of the Israelites they will walk by you, you know what I'm saying, and basically talk shit to him, you know what I'm saying. But the other nations, it said also, but the dogs they would come by and lick his sores, right? Those dogs in that context, those are the other nations, right? And that man sitting there, he's symbolic of Israel. All right, our nation as a whole, and that's these other nations. They do. They come on, they just lick our sores, right? They don't care. They're not really trying to heal our wounds and help us out. All right, free. You're not free. All right, that's another story for another day. All right, but that's what he said, man. It's not right to take the children's bread and give it to dogs. He called her a dog. Called her a bitch, by the way. All right. And watch what she said though. Watch what she says. This is the key point right here, right? Like y'all, like a lot of these Christians be getting butthurt when we be breaking this down, but you got to understand what she said though. And she said, "True, Lord." Yet the dogs. She's acknowledging that she's a dog. Yet the dogs eat the crumbs which fall from their masters' tables. Right? We are their masters. All right. Okay. What else did Yahweh Shah say that they don't like? All right. He said this too. Yeah, he said this definitely. He said this right. Right. Oh man, that's not right. There we go. Hmm. Lord Yahweh Shai said this right here. All right. Let's start at verse 23. All right. It says, excuse me, verse 21. Uh, um, Right. Let's start verse 21. It says, Yahweh shall said unto her, Woman, believe me, the hour cometh when you shall neither in this mountain nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. Right? You worship ye know not what. Right? See, people don't know what you worship. Right? But we, right, know what we worship. We, the Israelites. All right? Mm-mm-mm. And I believe this is the woman that came out on the coast of Samaria. I think this was an Israelite woman, too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, art thou greater than our father, right? She's an Israelite, right? Jacob. Uh huh. Right? Hmm. Right. Yeah, but what he was saying, the hour coming right because the destruction was he was prophesying to destruction was coming to Israel, right? You see, because what did he say in Luke 21 and 24? He said that in Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, right? Of the heathens, right? Until the time of the Gentiles shall be fulfilled, and the Israelites will be led away captive into all nations, right? So we might gonna be worshiping in those mountains or up in there, right? But ultimately, right, salvation is of the Jews, right? Because right, the time's gonna come when the true worshipers, right, the elect, they're gonna have to worship Yahweh in spirit and truth. That's why he said, "Blessed are those who what believe." Right. Let's see if I can get that right quick. Believe and have not seen. Let's see if I can get that right real quick. But he said unto them that ye have seen me and believe not. Oh, that's not what I want. It's not what I want. But I'm sure I'm not gonna take up too much more time trying to find that. But y'all know when Yahweh Shah says, "Blessed are those who believe, right, and have not seen," right? He's talking to referring to us in this time right here. I'm gonna get it because I want to. One second. hmm Let's see. That's John 20 and 29. I'm gonna get that right quick for edification's sake. John 20 and 29, if I'm not mistaken. Jesus, Yahweh Shai said unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed, but blessed are they that have not seen and yet have believed, right? It's doubting Thomas, right? And that is kind of more for us in this time, because we have not seen the Lord Yahweh Shai, but a lot of the Israelites during that time they got to see him, and therefore they believed, right? But we knew we wouldn't see. All right, but they don't like that, right? That again, that Yahweh Shai, he said salvation is of the Jews, and then let me get one more, and then I'm gonna get into the lesson. All right, because they think, yeah, let's see. Mm, let's see. They don't like when Howard start talking about this right here. Here we go. Right, this is what I wanted. See this? This y'all don't Christians don't like this, right? It says Yahweh Shah said, "Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth?" Huh? Right? That's what they tell you, right? Oh yeah, when Yahweh Shah comes, it's gonna be all he's coming in peace and he wants to give you all a hug and he loves you, right? No matter he doesn't only sees you as perfect, right? Yahushua said, "You think that I'm coming for peace? I tell you, nay, but rather division." Let's read that in another translation right quick, right? But you think that I'm come to bring peace to the earth? No, I'm come to divide people against each other. I like the way the NLT rendered that right there. That's fire. But you think I am come to bring peace on earth? No, I tell you division, right? But I like the NLT the best. It says, "Do you think that I'm come to bring peace on earth, Christians? Is that what y'all think?" The Lord Yahweh Shah, y'all would say, yeah. He says no. Y'all look the exact opposite of what the Lord Yahweh Shah says, man. I mean, this is crazy. I'm telling you, man. I don't know what you people are doing, man. All right. Oh, I think I got the Elder Marshall in the building. All praises to the Heavenly Father.
Shalom, shalom.
Con, con. Shalom. Ah,
Shalom, shalom, Akim Aqua. Uh,
con,
Yahbashim Yasha Barakatah.
con. All praises. Hey man, I'm glad you could come through and join me for a minute.
Oh,
I
you know
hadn't
it.
even say what, Elder?
Yeah, you know I try. You know I try. If I can make it, I'm gonna make it out.
Con, con. Hey, the water, definitely. I hadn't even quite got into the lesson and bringing my points out. I was just really just talking about the things that how Christians they always run to Paul's epistles, right? They hate the words of the Most High Yahweh, and then by extension,
Oh
they hate
yeah.
the words of Yahweh Shai, who they call Jesus Christ,
Oh yes.
right?
They
And
have
that's
a
why.
problems.
Go ahead, Elder.
Oh, it's like I said. They have a problem with it. You know, you
Yeah.
you bring about the thus says the Lord of or the word of Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, and
Mm-hmm.
they'll just ignore it, like overlook it, like yeah, well, that was the Old Testament. Oh, that was but see, Paul said,
But what about
and now you be
Paul?
like, did Paul die for you?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So
And Paul said that himself. Paul said, I mean, did I die for you? Right? If you get that if you could find that right quick for me, Elder, let's show him that, right? Real quick. After we finishing up and finish up this precept, right? But did Paul die for you? Right? No, he didn't. Not at all.
see if I can find it.
Con. If you can't give you some assistance here in a second, right? But no, Paul did not die for you. The Lord Yahweh
Oh,
Shai.
1 Corinthians 1:13.
First Corinthians 1 and 13, comma, bring it up
God,
right here. All praises, right?
God.
But
Yeah,
again, these are look,
I had to look it
Yahweh
up
Shai,
real
I
quick.
like this rendering, right? He says, do you think I'm come to bring peace on earth? Christians would say, yeah. But Yahweh Shai says, no. I come to divide people against each other.
That's
Wow.
right.
They would never read this in the Christian church. I like this
Because if they
NLT.
brought that out, it would go against their narrative and what they're teaching.
That's right. The uh, prosperity doctrine.
Prosperity, I come for the whole world.
Right. He just
I
wants to
love
give you a hug.
everybody. Yeah, I'm coming to with hugs and kisses and
Do
no,
whatever you want. Because
right.
you're covered by the blood, because he just loves you so much, you could just get to do whatever the hell you want, and he got to accept you as you are. Wow,
Yeah.
boy, they sure get to tell the Most High God what he got to do. Well, you said that's First
Basically
Corinthians
that's what
what?
they're doing.
Con
1 and 13.
First Corinthians chapter 1.
Yes. 1 Corinthians 1 and 13. Let's see, maybe we can pull it up and
First Corinthians 1. Okay. Oh yeah,
see
it
what
was. That is it.
huh.
Con, I
Let me
should have
see.
known. We just read this in
Yeah,
our Bible
yeah,
study.
God.
Con, right. Um, I'm gonna read verse 12. It says, "Now this I say, that every one of you said, I am of Paul, I am of Apollo, I am of Cephas, I am of Hamashiach. Is Christ divided?
Right.
No. Was Paul crucified for you? Are you baptized in the name of Paul? I thank God that I baptized none of you." Goodness, man. Look what Paul is saying
Right.
to the church at Corinth, man. Right? Y'all all in the set. That's what I'm saying. Y'all running, and Paul is cutting y'all. He's saying y'all want to run to my epistles. You want to run, say I taught you. What about Paul? What about what Paul said? Paul said
Hey,
that.
what did Paul say?
What did Paul say in First Corinthians? He said, "Is Paul crucified for you? Maybe you should run to the man who was crucified to you. See what he got
Right.
to say about it." With that being said, none of you Christians should never be able to run to Paul. talking that nonsense. Oh man. But Con, I'm gonna go ahead and cue this video up, and
Come.
we're gonna watch some more of this. I got a couple of points I'm gonna bring out, and then whatever you want to bring out. All
Okay.
right. Con.
Okay.
So let me get this. Get this up.
Got it. Hold on for a minute. I had something.
Here we go.
Hold on for a minute. Let me step away for a second.
Con. All right, family. So while the eldest stepped away for a second,
I wasn't gonna be that long.
okay, I'm gonna
Okay.
go ahead and I'm about to start this up.
Saved by grace. We were sinners, then we got saved by grace, then we're translated out of the law and out of darkness into light, into Christ. And now we are sons and daughters of the Most High God.
No, no, you're not no damn sons and not no damn sons and daughters. By the way, they mostly reference the Book of Romans, like in there in the two videos that I was exploring, right? But and we know who is Romans written to, right?
Right.
Romans is written to the saints, bro. You guys not no saints, bro.
And that's the thing, Slock it. And that's the thing. And they'll quick to and these Christians and they'll quick to point you out. Yeah, these are Paul's letters. These are epistles. These are letters. And what do you do when you set up a letterhead? There is the person that's being addressed to.
That's
In
right.
the very beginning of the letter is the addressing of who it's to. So in the beginning is the addresser who it's going to, and the contents is to the person the letter is being addressed to.
That's
How
right.
can you read? How can you read the address and who it's being addressed to, and apply it to everyone?
Right. Absolutely. You want to apply it. You want to apply something that's specifically written to somebody and say that it's for everybody. You can't do that, right? And all of these
Mm,
Paul's epistles, he addressed his audience. He said that they were in the wild. Their ancestors was in the wilderness. You know what I'm saying? With
mm.
Moses up
God.
under the cloud.
I,
These guys
did,
ain't no Israelites.
no. Hey, could you take it back like not even 20 seconds? 20 seconds. He
Yeah,
says something
I got you.
about being brought out the light, the marvel into the marvelous light, right? All right.
Go back right here.
And so the sin has been obliterated, and he only walks with you and me from the point of view that we are co equal heirs with Christ, and he's treating us as co equal heirs with Christ. He's honoring us as sons and daughters. We are no longer sinners saved by grace. We were sinners, then we got saved by grace, then we're translated out of the law and out of darkness into light, into Christ.
Translated. This
I,
guy said
it,
translated. Whoa! I just caught what he said. I didn't even
right.
catch that. I gotta rewind that back.
Okay. There's two things he said, right? I want to touch, right?
Woo!
He said he was translated and brought into the light, right? So you try to say that y'all are being brought into the marvelous light of the Most High, right?
Right.
But when we go in the New Testament in 1 Peter 2:9, right? Come on, real quick.
Con.
What does it start? It says what? You are chosen race, a royal priesthood,
Woo! Hold on.
a
I'm a,
holy
I gotta I
nation.
gotta I gotta show that on the screen.
Bring
I'm
that
gonna
up.
bring. Go ahead and read it, but I'm gonna bring it up on the screen too.
Uh,
Uh, 1 second. Go ahead and read it though.
I'll let you get it up on the screen.
Con. Okay.
All right, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna read it.
But,
So
wait a second. Did you hear what this guy also said? He said that the law is darkness.
this is what I was talking to you about because he later on and he says what he says about the Most High
Oh
under
my
this
God,
being under
bro! This guy said the law is dark. The law is a. We gonna, bro. You about to get cut.
you
This guy said the law is darkness.
right,
All right.
right.
Okay. I gotta
But
calm down because I didn't even catch this guy said this. You know, Goodness
Yeah,
gracious.
but let me bring that
All
out
right.
again. Like
Yeah,
First Peter
let me
2:9.
pull it up though.
Right.
You want that's First Peter, right?
Yes, chapter 2, verse 9.
First Peter 2:9, and you reading it in.
I'm regular KJV. If you want to get into
I'm gonna pull it up in the NL. I think it's the NLT. Well, it don't matter. I'm a. Here
right.
we go.
There was something I
Bibles.
want.
We can. You can read it in the KJV, and then you got the NLT.
Let's see. You got it?
Oh, I like the
You
CSB too. Look what that say right there. Huh?
okay.
Hello.
Oh, you want to bring out the CSV?
I was just looking at some of the different translations. But go ahead and you can read it in the KJV, and then we'll read a couple of different translations.
Okay, no problem. Kai.
Okay.
So this is what it says in the KJV, First Peter 2:9. Says, "You are a chosen race, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's own people, in order that you
Woo!
in order that you may proclaim the mighty acts of him who called you out of darkness into his marvelous light."
That's the
And that
ESV.
that's a big leap, because within that statement in 1 Peter 2:9, it says a lot. And
Yep.
he's saying what he's saying does not jive or
What the, who's getting called out of darkness into the marvelous light? The
right,
Israelites, the chosen race. This is hearkening back to what's written in Deuteronomy,
right.
right? A royal priesthood. All right.
Also, that's also in Exodus 19 and 6, also
Right.
saying there the royal priesthood. And that was
Right.
given, and who was that? That was the Israelites. So who's being
That's what
called?
actually I was thinking about. I said Deuteronomy, it is Exodus, right?
Uh,
Right. And you will be my kingdom of priests, my holy nation. This is a message you must give to the people of who?
mm,
Of Israel.
see?
This is what Peter is drawing on here in the ESV. But you are a chosen race, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a people for his own possession. Those are the Israelites. Right?
That's right.
All right, man. Anyway. Oh man, I thought I was supposed to be sharing my screen so y'all could see this. My bad,
Oh,
family. I didn't
oh,
even
you know what?
realize
I
I
didn't
wasn't
even.
sharing my screen.
Oh, that's all right. We up for the video,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
So
con. Let's just continue. Whoa, wait a second, though. I'm gonna rewind it a little bit because this guy says
God.
something bizarre. Also, he says,
Oh, he's been saying bizarre stuff through the video.
right, this whole thing, right? Watch what he
God.
says.
Has been obliterated, and he only walks with you and me from the point of view that we are co-equal heirs with Christ, and he's treating us as co-equal heirs with Christ. He's honoring us as sons and daughters. We are no longer sinners saved by grace. We were sinners, then we got saved by grace, then we're translated out of the law and out of darkness into light, into.
He said, translated out of the law, out of darkness, into the light.
Mm-hmm.
Does the Bible say that the law is darkness? Where does this guy? These guys just making this stuff up, man.
And look, see, and look, when he keeps talking, it's going to get worse.
Oh my God, man. Goodness gracious, man. I mean, like I could do like 1,000 videos of this guy right here. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. It's a lamp. I think that's in Psalms. I think that's
Yes,
Psalms
that's what I said.
119.
I was thinking about that as no Proverbs 6:23.
Yeah, and you got Proverbs 6:13. Let me share my screen.
Okay.
All right. Let me stop this.
Yeah, because you know this guy.
This guy's crazy, man.
The way
So we got
and the things that he's saying.
this is Proverbs 6:23. It says, "For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is a light." Hello, this
Thank
guy
you.
just said that the law is darkness. Wow.
What's that? What it says in Psalms 119 about the law.
Let me get
Because
that
he's
too.
talking about the law. So we gotta bring this out about the law. Because this is
It's
this
Psalms 119. Go ahead, Elder.
God. Uh, this is Psalms 119 and 9. Oh, with a
Psalms 119. I just had
let
it.
me get
What was that? Psalms 119 and 105. Salakia. Here we go.
yes, there we go. God. I was trying to remember. There it is. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path.
Woo.
Come on.
Right? Because why? Read verse 104 first, too.
Yeah, let's through thy precepts I get understanding.
That's a oldie,
Therefore
but
I
that's a
hate
oldie but goodie right there, huh?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore I hate every false way.
Mm-hmm.
And we said that, and thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light
Mm-hmm.
unto my path. Why is the word like a lamp unto my feet? Because it's illuminating, it's showing me the way to walk, and it's showing me the path, the correct way to go.
Right. I
Instead
got
of me
another
just
precept too.
wandering in yeah, instead of me just wandering in darkness, feeling my way, stumbling through life.
That's right. Bring that out, Elder, right? Mm,
That's
I
hey,
want
that's why the world is in the turmoil that it is now.
Con. Who you telling, man? Watch this. This is another precept. This guy says that the law, he says that the law is darkness. I mean, the Bible we just cut him in Proverbs, we just cut him in Psalms. Let's cut him one more time. Here a little, there a little, right? Huh?
That's right.
Here a little, there a little. Family, that's how you do it. Precept must be upon precept. So now we're going to go there a little, right? You want to read this out?
Go. What's that? Which one?
Yeah. This Baruch 4.
Oh,
Do I need to make that a little bigger?
for yeah, bring it up a little bit for me.
That better?
Okay, okay. You want Baruch 4 and what we want?
This one, chapter 1.
Oh, one. Okay,
This is, yes,
okay.
verse 1. Chapter 4,
Oh,
verse
that's
1.
God. Baruch 4:1. This is the book of the commandment of God and the
Mm,
law that endureth forever.
right?
All they
See, the
that
law
keep it.
endured. See, the law endured forever. This guy said you was translated out of it. How you translated out of it when it endured forever?
Right.
When it even tell you in the New Testament in Hebrews 8, right, that the law is going to be written on our hearts. Talking about the same laws because the law
That's
endured
right.
forever.
But such as leave it shall die.
The wages of sin is death. The transgression sin is the transgression of the law.
Oh, could you get me Joshua 1 and 8?
Con, you want
Because
Joshua?
uh chapter 1, verse 8. Because he's saying the law, he's talking about the law was bad. Like this law is not good. Like you're
Right,
not going to be prosperous if you try to follow the law.
right. Let me bring this up so y'all can see this. We're gonna come back to Baruch. Right. Let's get Joshua chapter 1 right quick.
Yes, verse 8.
All right. This Joshua
Because
chapter 1 verse 8. He says,
right,
"This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth." Huh, man, because it endure. The law is
right.
endure forever, man. But thou shalt meditate therein day and night. You heard that,
See,
bro? You talking about being translated out of the law in the into the light, out of darkness. No, bro. The law endure forever, right? The law is perfect. It's a lamp. It's a light. These words shouldn't even be departing out of no Israelite's mouth, that thou mayest
That's right.
observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and thou shalt have good success. They make it seem like the laws are a bad thing.
Right.
Oh,
Cause you
man.
know why? Because this world that we living in is, if you're uh disingenuine, I saw like a disingenuine, if you're a trickster, if you're a person that do not hold onto no moral code, and if you by any means going to get that money by, to get that bag, you'll make it in this world.
Hmm.
Because like they say, what they say in the business world is cutthroat.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
It's
and
cutthroat.
anywhere for you to make billions of dollars in this world, and it is now, hey, let's be for real. You don't, as morally, I can't say it. Your morals are going to be very much tested, and it's either you're going to have success or you're not.
Right. See, because it's like this,
And we've
right?
seen,
Go ahead, Elder.
oh, I'll just say, and our people seen how our people, if they've made it successful, the some of the small few, it was a hard trying, or maybe a short-lived success, but you did have some success. But if you see these brothers and sisters at the top, billionaires, just
Hmm.
know, hey, we see who's in the news right now, and we just gonna keep it moving.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. But to what the point the elder was making, this is Isaiah 29:16. It says, surely your turning of the things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's
Uh,
clay, right? That's how everything is, right? You know, are everybody, y'all think these guys think they know better than the Most High God's words, than His Son, the message that He left. They don't want to listen to the record, right? Right?
Nope.
They think they know better. Uh, for shall the work say of Him that made it, He made me not, or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he have no understanding? Right? Think they know better than the Heavenly Father.
Right.
Right?
Right.
They don't, again, don't want to believe the record, the words that he left when he says that these words, the law endure forever. That you have good success if you keep these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Look, I seen a post, and it makes sense, right? And no, just off topic a little bit, but it applies to a lot of things, but especially the
Hmm.
alphabet community, right? The alphabet community wants us to accept them and how they are and all their stages going, all their letters and everything. Why should I
Right.
accept you when you can't even accept yourself the way you was born?
That's right. You gonna say you was born like that? No way. Nobody's born like that. How you do you remember being in your mother's womb? You remember coming
Right.
out? No. Talking about you was born that way. No, you won't even accept the sex that the Most High God gave you. Right? Again, you know better than him. You're telling him that he made a mistake, and and then you want us to accept again, like the elder was saying, the fact you was born one way, you can't accept that, but we got to accept you. Wow. I mean, it's fantastical logic, right?
Hey, so let's take that logic and apply it towards Esau.
That's right.
Esau,
Hmm.
you are the way you are.
You are.
You try to hide and go with the mask and try to pretend like you something else, but you are what you are. What America is seeing right now, especially with in a so-called white America, when you see these people coming out and you're like, what the hell's going on? They're just showing their true selves, their true nature.
Yeah, that's right.
And they've always been against the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So so I can't see them wanting to speak the truth.
No. You know, like again, the scriptures say in the last days, perilous times will come, man, and men will be lovers of their own selves, man.
Right.
Right? I mean, it revealed in the last times, you know, in the last days, man, that these times are perilous. That's what the elder was getting at, you know. And Esau is being revealed, that man of sin, right, as it tells us in Thessalonians, right, when
That's
he gonna
right.
be revealed, right, and Yahweh is the one letting him do what he's doing. Okay,
Right.
be clear on that. All right, let's
You
read this
yeah,
though.
God.
Let's finish this because again, this guy, this Christian, he says that the law is darkness. Man, he says that the laws of God are darkness, right? And we just showed that the law is a lamp, it's a light, it's a good thing for you. You need to be meditating on it, right? Right. And remember also in Psalms 119 it says that if you keep the commandments and you meditate on it, right, it'll make you wiser than the ancients.
That's
Whoo!
right.
Mm,
I'm trying to
mm,
find
mm, mm. Right? But again, this is Baruch chapter 4, verse 1. It says, this is the book of the commandments of Yahweh, the law that endure forever. They that keep it shall come to life, and such as leave it shall die. Right? He told you in Deuteronomy chapter 30, right? He set before you this day uh, life and good, evil and death. Romans 6 and 23. The wages of sin is death,
That's right.
but the gift of Yahweh, which is his laws, right, is eternal life. Because if you want to enter into life, what the Lord Yahweh Shai said in Matthew
Keep
19, keep the
keep the
commandments.
commandments.
This is real easy. But this guy sitting up here talking about the law, the law is darkness. Watch this. He says, "Turn thee, O Jacob, Israel, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right,
God.
and take heed of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated."
Hey, can I
Mm.
just hit it with one more? Just
Go
one
ahead.
more. Let's put it to bed. All
Let's
right.
put it to
This
bed,
is
Con.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Let
Okay,
us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
that's right.
Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
Your duty, according to the Most High God, is to keep His commandments. And this pasty face, fair use, if I didn't mention it too, right? Fair use, right? And this pasty face, hold on, let's bring him back up on the screen, right?
Bring back up there. Bring back up.
All right, get him back up here, right? And these two guys, especially this guy right here on the right? He's sitting up here gonna try to tell you that, and you all you Christians who watch his channel, he trying to tell you that the law is darkness. Huh?
Yeah.
That's not, it's like it's not your duty when your whole duty is to do that. Talking about you translated in the great man, get out of here, man. And by the way, the grace period is always in, and the bill always come due. And that bill that's gonna come due under grace is worse than the punishments that was under the law. Under, as you say the old covenant. Man, this guy right here, man. Right? Um, get for me real quick, 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 1, right?
Second
Because this guy, he
Timothy.
also said, watch this, let's hear that. He says they joint heirs, right? All right, let's see if he really want to be a joint heir with Christ.
From the point of view that we are co-equal heirs with Christ.
He said they're co-equal heirs with Christ.
Right.
Let him say it again. Let's see if he really want to be a co-equal heir with Christ. We're gonna find out here in a second.
Was greater than the judgment. So the sin has been obliterated, and he only walks with you and me from the point of view that we are co-equal heirs with Christ, and he's treating us
Co-equal heirs with Christ. All right, man. Well, we're gonna finish cutting them on so-called being a co-equal heir with Christ, because he's not like we know who all the epistle was writing to when he says that we're joint heirs with him. That was addressing the Israelites. We've already addressed that. But let's see if he really wants to be a co-heir, what's required to be a co-heir with Christ. Go ahead and read that.
What, 2 Timothy verse 1?
2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 1.
Okay.
We're going to read
Paul,
a
an
couple of
apostle.
verses.
Okay.
Come on.
Verse 1. Paul, apostle of Yahushua HaMashiach, by the will of God, according to the promise of life, which is in Hamashiach Yahushua, to Timothy, my dearly beloved son, grace, mercy, and peace from God the Father and Hamashiach Yahushua, our Lord.
Right.
I thank God whom I serve for my
See that?
I thank God whom I serve from my forefathers
Whoo!
with
How,
pure. Go ahead.
how you a joint heir with him? You got no, bro. Paul talking about his forefathers. Paul's from the tribe of Benjamin. Go ahead, Op.
I thank God who I've served from my forefathers with pure consciousness, that without ceasing I have remembrance of thee in my prayers night and day, greatly desiring to see thee, being mindful of thy tears, that I may be filled with joy. When I call to remembrance the unfeigned faith that is in thee, which dwelt first in thy grandmother
Hey,
Lois.
stop. I only wanted you to
Oh,
read
sorry,
that.
you
Yeah.
yeah, you are.
Now jump over to chapter 2 and start at verse 1. Right. I just wanted to read the beginning portions of that. Right.
Okay.
You got talking about he joint heirs. No, bro. Your forefathers don't go back to the
Okay.
Israelites. Start at verse 1.
Okay. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 1. Though therefore, my son, be strong in the grace. Hold up.
Oh, Salakia, my fault.
Yeah.
There you go.
Therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Hamashiach Yahushua. And the
Right.
things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men, who shall be able to teach others so. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua HaMashiach.
See that?
No,
Endure hardness as a good soldier of Hamashiach. Right? Read on.
no man that works entangles himself with the affairs of this life,
See that?
that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier. And if any man strive for masteries, yet it is not crowned, except he strive lawfully. The husbandman that laboreth must be first partaker of the fruits.
See that?
Consider what I say, and the Lord gives thee understanding in all things.
That's right.
All right.
Keep going.
What was that? Okay, that was
Verse 8.
Okay, verse 8. Okay, verse 8. Remember that Yahushua HaMashiach of the seed of David was raised from the dead according to my gospel,
Right.
wherein I suffer trouble as an evildoer, even unto bonds, but the word of God is not bound. Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Hamashiach Yahushua with eternal glory.
Right.
It
Read the
is a
next two
faithful
verses.
God. It's a faithful saying. For if we be dead with him, we shall also live with him. If we
Mm-hmm.
suffer, we shall also reign with him.
Mm-hmm.
If we deny him, he also will deny us.
See, so you guys gotta be willing to suffer if you want to reign with Yahweh Shai, right? Through
Right.
much tribulation, right? Acts 14 and 22, we gonna enter the kingdom, right? And these Christians, they don't want this, right? Last precept, right? Then we're gonna move
Mhm.
on. Revelations 2 and 26, right? Talking about they want to be joint heirs with him. No, you Christians don't, right? Revelations 2 and 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, him will I give power over the nations. You ask most of these
Right.
Christians, elder, do they want power over the nations? What are they gonna
No, they
say?
don't. They don't. You know what they gonna say? I don't want. I know. I don't think anyone should be a slave. I don't. I
Right,
don't want that. But that's.
right. Yahweh Shai, right? You guys say you talking about you a joint heir with you Christians say y'all joint heirs with him. Y'all ready to suffer? Go through Jacob's troubles? Get beheaded?
No,
Right?
they're not ready for
Revelation,
that.
I seen the souls of them, right?
Yeah.
Man, let me read that real quick, right? You guys don't, you Christians, they ain't ready, man. Revelation 6 and 9, I think, right? Revelation 6 and 9. And when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them which were slain for the word of Yahweh and for the testimony which they held. All
See.
right? You gotta be ready to get slain, man, right? And then again, right? If you overcome, right, all of that, right, and you make it through, he's gonna give you power over the nations, which you Christians say y'all don't want. No, I don't think anybody should be a slave. I don't want to have power over
Hey, what?
anybody. Well, I do. Do you,
Hey,
Elder?
I can. You know the funny thing is, no, they don't. They don't want power. I
Right.
did.
I know you
You know
do,
what I find
Elder.
ironic? I find it ironic that these pastors and you know that teach the word. I never hear them bring this out. I never hear them talk
Hmm.
about this. I never hear a pastor say, you know, us teaching this word is we're going to, a lot of us pastors are clergymen are going to be put to death for the Lord's sake. You never heard him say
Right.
that. All I hear is prosperity, prosperity, and prosperity.
And more prosperity.
I, mm, you know, so, and that's why when people run across us and they hear these verses, they never be like, that's not in the Bible.
Right.
That's your pastor. Don't bring him out.
Yeah. Because the pastor doesn't read it in your church, right? So you don't know that if you overcome, you make it through the suffering, you make it through the pain, that Yahweh, the Lord, the Most High, and through his vis-a-vis his son, which he promised in Psalms chapter 2, that's what he's referring back to, right? That you're going to get power over the nations if you a joint heir with Hamashiach, as
That's
that
right.
Edomite just said, right? Fair use too, right? And hey, hit the like button, man. Like, share, and subscribe. Right? If you want power over the nations, man, hit that like button.
That's right.
Share this video if you want power over the nations.
Look, like
Right?
like I told my rib, I said, don't like I explained to her, I said, wouldn't you like to get up? When you get up, as soon as you step your foot down off that bed or whatever, them
Mm-hmm.
slippers better be there for you.
That's
You
right.
walk your way out there, your 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 breakfast is ready. It's gonna be warm. It's gonna be cooked the way you want it, what you like, the way you like it.
Right. Let me show
You
y'all
know,
something too. What the elders are talking about too. Let me show you exactly what he's talking about. Go ahead, keep going, elder.
you know, look, you walk out, your meal is prepared, everything's prepared just the way you want it. Your clothes is drawn out, what you wearing for the next day. Your ladies, you don't have to, unless you want
Mm-hmm.
to feed your, you know, at the birth, take care of your children. guess what? You're gonna have that late nights. Guess who's up late night for you while you're sleeping? Your servant's going to be doing that night shift for you. You know, changing them diapers, taking care of the baby. Why? Guess what? They're going to do all of that while you get the enjoyment of the playtime, the fun of being with your child and enjoying your child.
Right. Watch this. This is Deuteronomy. This is what Elder's talking about, right? This is what we're going to get back to in the kingdom, but what we don't have was stripped away from us in the curses. This Deuteronomy 28 and 56. It says, the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness. This is how delicate and tender are women supposed to be. This is what you're going to get back to in the kingdom. This is why we want power over the nations.
Right. Delicate. You know what that means? Man, your feet going to be so
bro.
soft. Your feet, the bottom of your feet going to be so soft, it's going to be like a baby's bottom.
That's right. Hey, like Lil Wayne said, my leather's so soft, right?
Right.
Look. Right? Look at this. Look at the NLT how it renders. It says the tender and delicate woman among you, so delicate she would not so much as touch the ground with her foot. See that? That's what we're gonna get back to.
See?
Man, bro. That's what we trying to get back to.
And how can we get back to it? Turn it back to the Most High. Keeping what? His laws,
keeping His commands. Right? And then again, you couple that, right? Because Yahweh Shah is part of the commandments. So you got to believe on him. That's Deuteronomy 18 and 18. There goes the faith. Right. All right. Right? And he shall rule them with the rod of iron. As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I have received of my Father. This is what Yahweh Shah, who y'all call Jesus Christ, is what he received from his Father, right? To have power over the nations, to break the nations.
That's right.
All right. Carl, let's watch a little bit more of this video. See what else this guy says. Right? See what else.
Look. It's I'm trying to find that what's it called? I'm trying to find that.
Huh?
Oh, put the video up. It's not up.
Oh, it's not up, Salakia.
Yeah,
my fault.
Yeah. I thought you were
trying to. I'm thinking this video playing. I'm sitting here watching it. Salakia family, here we go. Let me rewind this so y'all can hear what this guy was saying. Madness. All right, there we go.
We're no longer sinners saved by grace. We were sinners, then we got saved by grace, then we're translated out of the law and out of darkness into light, into Christ. And now we are sons and daughters of the Most High God that are walking with no sin consciousness in our minds. But religion, and going back to the old covenant,
no sin consciousness in your mind. That is ridiculous. Paul tells you in Romans, I believe that's chapter 7, that you wouldn't even know what sin was unless it was for the law. All right?
Right.
And are you crazy? Everybody is conscious of what sin is, breaking consciously and subconsciously, of breaking God's laws. What was you gonna say, Elder?
Hold up.
This guy's absolutely bugging.
So this man is saying, one last time, because this is Hebrews 8 and 10. And this is the new. Let
me bring it up. Yeah, I got you. You can go ahead and bring it out while I'm bringing it up.
Yeah, this is Hebrews 8 and 10. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel, and in those days says the Lord, I will put my laws into their minds and write them in their hearts, and I'll be to them a God,
Woo!
and there shall be to me a people.
You
So
talking
what
about
are you
you
talking
got
about?
no?
So
Yeah,
even when
this
you
guy said you got
transfigured,
no consciousness of sin. Stop it!
right? So check this out. If we're talking about transfiguration, the Lord is saying, I'm going to transfigure my people, and I'm
Right,
going to put this law into their hearts and their mind. They're
right.
going to be perfect.
They perfect. So yes, they're gonna be conscious of it, knowing what it is, and that, but they're not gonna break it. You have to understand what it is in order not to do it. What is this? God,
So
these Christians are insane.
yeah, because if he's saying the law is going to be is no good, is done away with, but I'm reading that the law, that the Heavenly Father is going to put His laws into that. Come on,
This the new. This the new.
see,
This the new covenant. When I will make
that's
a
why the
what?
Lord
A
said, "Blessed
new
is he that
covenant.
reads a new." What it says,
Man,
Revelations, "Blessed is he that reads," right?
con
Because if
elder.
you're not reading for yourself, and if you're following these people, it's like they
Right.
can tell you anything.
That's right. Absolutely. They can
That's
just
the
tell.
simple
They can just
believe
tell
it's every
you.
word.
Bring that out, right, elder? The simple, right? The
Yeah,
simple, man. They just straight
you know.
up. They believe every single word. Man, this guy talking about no consciousness of sin or of the law. Stop it. He just got daggered and bodied right there. Let's watch a little bit more, family, because there's one more thing he gonna say that I want y'all to hear that I we got to address.
Oh, real quick,
All
let me
right,
bring that out real quick. Proverbs 14 and 15. The
go ahead.
simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going.
See that? You gotta search out right these things. You niggas say y'all kings and stuff, but half of y'all talk about you a king, you in Christianity, man, with them telling you anything. A king searches out a
Look,
matter.
hey, look, you should honestly, you should be in the book like you disturbed trying to find something.
Right.
You know,
Right. Again, blessed is he that readeth, right? And heareth the words of this prophecy, right? These guys right here, man, these Christians, they hate God. And Esau, man, it's nobody as profane as him. So why did he even got the Heavenly Father's words up in his mouth? Right?
right?
Let's continue
God,
to a
because we'd
little
be
bit
all
more. Be all
we'd be all day. Hey, we what? How far we in this video?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. We still got 4 to go. Come on.
Covenant, which most of the church is mixed up law and grace, mixed up the old and the new covenant, and have denied the power of the grace.
No, it's not mixed up. Is that you're trying to separate it, trying to make it seem as if like you're in a new covenant and the old law is done away with, when that is not the case. When even Paul says that it's ready to pass away, not that it has passed away, right? Just like we were just reading Saturday in our class, right?
Right.
Um our FOG class for our FOG members, man. If you want to be a member, man, and get these exclusive classes, man, you see the email right there. Holler at us, man. Get this fire breakdown, right? Paul cuts them in First Corinthians chapter 4. You want to show them that right quick, Ak? Again,
Oh, which one?
another proof to show that we not in the kingdom.
What was that?
What's that? First Corinthians chapter 4, I believe.
Oh yeah, we had
What
brought
we
that
was
out.
going into in our class this weekend. I'm gonna bring it up for y'all, family. Let me show
Right.
y'all a little bit what we was getting into as we're breaking down Corinthians, right? So watch what Paul says right here. Since they love Paul so much, right? Right, and they think right he's talking about they can entangle in it. No, you guys don't understand that we are still under the old law. And
Still,
right, since y'all don't like the words of the one who died for you, right? And Paul said he didn't die for you. Already brought that out too, right? Right.
right.
Let's get Paul. saying that we're not in the kingdom. We're not reigning yet. Where's that at? That's verse.
I think that way. Hold on, let me see if I can find it
Oh
for.
man, I was
Now
just
sometimes you can
looking at
find
it
it quicker in your sword in your book than
in your
on
book,
just on
right,
the computer.
Con? And I know I highlighted it in my sword, but I have my sword up right now. Um, to bring you to light, therefore judge not before time unto the Lord, who doth both bring to light the things that of darkness and will make manifest the counsel
What's
in the
that?
heart of
Three.
every man praying.
Was it? I think that might have been in three.
Oh no, here it go right here. Verse,
Oh, okay.
start at verse. We should start at verse 6.
Got it.
I'm
Okay.
gonna read it in the. I'm gonna put it in the NLT too, right?
Okay.
Man, be a little bit clearer, right, for everybody, right? So start at verse 6.
Okay. First Corinthians chapter 4, verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
Dear brothers and sisters, I have
Mm-hmm.
used I have used Apollos and myself to illustrate what I've been saying if you pay attention to what I
Right.
have quoted.
Paul. That's what he referred to stuff in the earlier chapters about y'all being of the flesh. Y'all talking about I'm with Apollos, I'm with Paul, but Yahweh is giving the increase. All right. Go ahead.
Okay. If you pay attention to what I have quoted from the scriptures, you won't be proud of one of your leaders at the expense of another.
That's right.
For what gives you the right to make such a judgment? What do you have that God hasn't given you? And if everything you have is from God, why boast as though it were not a gift?
Mm-hmm.
You think you already have everything you need. You you think you are already rich.
Here come the dagger.
You have begun to reign in God's kingdom without us. I
Woo!
wish you really were reigning already, for then we would be reigning with you.
Paul said that he ain't reigning in God's kingdom yet. This a dagger. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, Christianity? Hello, all you Israelite Christians who talk about we in the kingdom already? Y'all love to run to Paul. Paul just told you you ain't reigning in you not reigning in shit yet.
Nothing.
Okay?
Look, if we was in the kingdom already, there would be no wars.
True.
The alphabet community wouldn't be running around rampant, unchecked, with all wheeling power.
Con.
If we was in the kingdom, there would be people in captivity with chains around their necks,
That's right, because the slave trade gonna be popping.
and there would be people sitting up with their feet up, enjoying the prosperity of life and living life good.
Right. Right. It would be we would be in a more euphoric society, especially for the children of Israel, but really for all you nations. All you nations should want the Israelites to come into rulership and begin to reign,
Right.
right? Because then there will be actually peace on earth. We're going to restore this world back to Eden, okay?
That's right.
Because
I,
actually all of earth is supposed to be Eden,
One big garden. I
one big garden, right? There was a
I got
sacred place that's Israel, the garden which the Israelites dress, but all of the rest of it is Eden. If you read
that's
in
right.
Genesis,
I got one question for the Christians that said we in the new. When did the third world war when did the third woe pass?
whoo, con,
Um when where's the destruction?
mm-hmm.
Where is the
Where's the Messiah?
yes?
Where's King David?
Where is where's Babylon that's supposed to be burning?
Right,
And last of all, where are all the dead bodies?
right,
Because right
right.
now, if that's the case, there was supposed to be a massive work going on to bury these bodies.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man, the book say, man, the Bible say, man, that we're going to be burying bodies for months after Armageddon. That's what the book say in Ezekiel. All right? It's going to be bodies on top of bodies, right? Like Yahweh is basically, he says, and also in Ezekiel, he calling them to the feast.
Oh, yes.
Remember that,
The birds. The
Yeah,
birds are going to have a feast.
bro. And y'all
Them
think
birds going to feast so well, they probably gorge themselves so much they won't even be able to fly.
that's right. They're going to be eating so much dead flesh. Like, man, look, bro. Like, we not in the kingdom, and Paul just daggered y'all. All right.
Okay.
Let's watch a little bit more. 'Cause, man, we already at an hour and 22 minutes, man. I only wanted to go for an hour and a half. All right.
Look,
I might have to come back another time because, oh man, I got a
I'm
whole
just.
nother.
Look. I knew it was going to because after I watched the video, I was like, it's not going to be an easy hour 2 video because he says so much that. Go ahead.
I mean, these guys
He
say
says
so
so much.
much
You got to
so
touch on him,
quick.
right?
Right. Yeah,
He be
calm.
saying things. I got to touch on him like a masseuse, man.
Right. I'm telling you, man. Like, look, bro. And it's so easy. It just flows right out of these guys' mouth. Just lie after lie after lie. Right?
Hey,
Nonsense.
if you didn't know any better, it sounds good.
Mm-hmm. Right. But to those who read, blessed is he that readeth.
Breathe.
Right, calm. Catch it. So let's see what else he says. Maybe he'll get to my last point before we close out.
Of God, denied the power of the blood, and insulted the Spirit of grace. People are preaching that. God, I love them, and I've done that in my past as a preacher, but I stopped preaching law over the church 35 years ago, 40 years ago.
Here he comes.
Good. It ain't for you anyway. I hope
Look.
it's a bunch of Edomites in that church too. And y'all can all do whatever it is y'all doing.
Well,
All
they've
right?
been doing it anyway. I
That's
think the
right.
part is coming up. Hey, I think the part is coming up, which I was talking about. You're going to hear him say.
Okay, calm.
But I can tell you, people that keep on putting the church under the law, putting believers under the law, they are going to be highly judged one day.
Huh?
God is not happy with that. God is angry with that because
We on one accord too, because this what I've been wanting the family to hear. This is my last point. I'm gonna bring this up, right? So y'all can kind of see.
Hey,
Can you see this up on my screen?
well,
What
no,
I
no,
just
no.
oh
The
I'm a
video's still up.
all right. I'm gonna bring it over so you can see it though. Here
Yeah.
in a second.
Oh my goodness.
No, you probably won't be able to see it. But anyway, in my notes, family. Let me see if I can if I
I got
can
some notes.
if I can show you. All right, because me and the elder, we is on one accord. Let me see if I can share this. Let me stop this, right? Because this
Right.
guy's crazy.
What you got there?
Um, oh, it's not gonna let me
Oh, it's not.
because it's on my other screen on my computer, and it's only letting me show what I got on my current screen. So I can't show y'all. I can't show y'all my notes. But
Oh,
anyway, on my notes it says, "Is God angry if you keep the commandments?" Right?
right.
This guy. Let's play it again one more time. I gotta let this guy hear it. I gotta let y'all hear it again one more time. Right? This guy.
them, and I've done that in my past as a preacher, but I stopped preaching law over the church 35 years ago, 40.
The law endure forever. We already read that too.
Right.
Right? Let's keep going.
Keep
Years.
going.
But I can tell you, people that keep on putting the church under the law, putting believers under the law, they are going to be highly judged one day because God is not happy with that. God is angry with that It's making weak.
Do this 10-second
All right.
routine to balance blood sugar.
Fair use too.
Yeah.
Right? And they stopped right there at the perfect time anyway. So that's why I wanted to pause. This guy says that God is angry with you if you keep law.
If you keep
Wow.
law.
Whoa. Uh
You know how that sounds like?
oh my
If anybody that's a parent and you have children and you give your children your rules and your guidelines, this what they gotta follow to of their age to be on their own legally into this society, be on their own.
Mhm.
You're not gonna put aside your rules and regulations because your children don't want to follow them.
That's right. That's basically what he said. Oh my God.
You trying to basically you're saying the creature has more power over the creator.
Right. Well, he prescribed it, said it endure forever, said it's perfect, said it's get you eternal life, right? Say if you want to enter in through the kingdom in Revelations 22, you had to been keeping the commandments and had the faith. Like, and then he's saying that God is mad with you for doing that. I mean, this is madness. Watch this, family. I got a couple of precepts. I gotta bring these
Bring
precepts
that
out.
out. Bring it out.
I bring these precepts out, right? Like, oh my God, God mad with you for keeping His law. No way. Watch this. Psalms 5:5. The the foolish the foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity.
See?
No, he don't hate you for not keep. He hate you for transgressing his law. Sin is transgression of the law. He's not angry when you keep it. He's angry when you transgress it. He hate you when you transgress his law.
Can I ask you a
Oh
question?
my God.
Can
Go
I ask
ahead,
you a
Op.
question now? In the society, when you break the law, do they give you money?
Right.
How does that sound?
Right. When you
You
break the law, when you run the stoplight, do they mail you a damn check?
thank you for running that light.
Thank
There you
you.
go. Come on. We sometimes we just have to take and listen to what they're saying and honestly just listen. And you say to yourself, that doesn't make sense.
Right. How could God be mad with you for keeping something that He prescribed? And He said that it endures forever. His Son said that it endures forever. All the apostles after Him said you got to keep law. And this guy saying that He mad with you. No, He mad. He angry when you don't keep His laws. All right.
I'm telling you.
Oh my God. Hey, can you get Baruch um excuse me, not Baruch, Sirach 5, chapter
Sirach
5, verse
5,
1.
Sirach 5, verse 1. Oh, that's one of
Right.
my
And then I'm
my
gonna get
favorite ones. Let me pull that out.
Salakia, excuse me, family.
Oh, you had it up, okay.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh
I got
no,
it
oh
up.
no, you don't. Oh no, I get it. I got my book up. This is the book of Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus, chapter 5, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Set not thy heart upon thy goods, and
Mm-hmm.
not say, I have enough for my life.
Right.
Follow not thine own mind and thy strength to walk into the ways of thy heart.
See that? This guy following his own daggone mind told him that, talking about you don't gotta keep God's laws, right? Go ahead.
And say not, who shall control me for my work? For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride.
Right. Keep going.
Say not, I have sinned, and
Mm-hmm.
what harm hath happened unto me? For the Lord is long suffering. He will in time, it's like in no wise let thee go.
See that? You can't say that you gonna break God's law. That's what this guy basically wants you to do. Take free license to break God's law, saying God mad at you when you're trying to keep His law. Lies. He mad when you break His law, and then you gonna sin. And then he's saying like, oh, nothing. What harm is gonna come to you? Nothing, because
Hmm.
God loves you. You're under grace. Lies. Go ahead.
Verse 5, verse 5, concerning appropriation, be not without fear to add sin unto sin.
Oh my Lord. See that? You
And
can't
say
add
not,
sin unto sin.
God,
Go ahead.
and say not, his mercy is great. He will be pacified for the multitude of many Salaki, of my sins.
Hmm.
For mercy and wrath came from him, and his indignation resteth upon sinners.
See that? For mercy and wrath do come from him. Yeah, he do forgive and he'll be merciful. Right? But remember, the indignation resteth upon sinners, the transgressors, constant transgressors. This guy trying to tell you you don't need God's laws. God's just
Right.
merciful. Yeah, he is merciful. Look at this words of wisdom in Ecclesiastes. He's merciful, but and the wrath come from him too, though. Right? Watch this, verse 7.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 7. Oh, okay. Oh, you have it up. Okay.
Yeah.
Make no tarry to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For
Mm-hmm.
suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance.
See that? All y'all
Mm.
who want to follow that guy, you're gonna perish in the day of vengeance. Salakia, Elder, go ahead. You don't gotta
Uh,
read no more. I thought you was about to
oh,
say
that was it.
something. We good
Hold
there.
up. Oh, let's see. The word indignation comes from this old French, from the Latin indignation. It means displeasure, a provocation, cause for negation, noun, action from past, unworthy, be angry or displeased that. So you gonna make the Lord when you sin, you displease the Lord. You
Yeah.
displease the Heavenly Father.
Watch this. What did he just say? Man, let me share my screen. What did he say again though? He said
He
that
said,
God angry with you because you keep law?
yes, that's what he
Oh my
said.
God. Right? And we just showed God angry when you don't keep his law. Watch what
Right.
Paul say. Since they love Paul so much, right? Oh, Salaki, I shared the wrong screen. Let me share this screen. Salakia. This is my last precept too. Right? This First Corinthians 7 and 19. Right? Read that if you could.
What was that? Which one?
First Corinthians 7 and 19. I just got a
First
couple of
Corinthians.
different translations up.
Okay. First Corinthians 7:19 in KJV.
Mm-hmm.
Circumcision is nothing, and, and uncircumcision is nothing, but the keeping of the commandments of God.
Whoo! Now read it in the NLT for people who don't understand it.
In the
But
NLT.
you can read the New King James version too.
Okay, and this is the New King James Version. Circumcision is nothing, and uncircumcision is nothing, but keeping the commandments of God is what matters.
Huh,
But here's
huh.
the NLT. For it makes no difference whether or not a man has been circumcised. The important thing is to keep God's commandments.
Oh my God. Boy, Paul just bodied you guys, bro.
Look, Paul did old school Jimmy Superfly Snooker, got up on the top rope, threw the hands up, and jumped out and did the body slam.
Right. Hey, look, for all you new wrestling fans, hey, Paul just dropped the damn people's elbow on you after he's
Right.
done rock bottomed you. He said, this guy tried to say, run to Paul's epistles in Romans and say, Paul don't want you to keep the law, but Paul clearly said that the important thing, the thing that is the most important, is to keep God's commandments. This guy
Right.
said God mad at you though. Wow, bro. These Christians, bro, they don't know Paul's words like they claim they do, right? And that's why it's good that we're getting into it, and we're gonna bring this out to you. The more we get into these epistles of Paul, we're gonna bring this information out to you, family, so that y'all understand. You know that a lot of these times they run into Paul, they are not understanding, they are misquoting him, or they not bringing out the full scope of what he actually said. I bet you they
And
won't read this in the Christian church when they run into Paul. These Paulitarians, they won't tell you that Paul said that the keeping of God's commandments is what's important.
what wasn't Paul a doctor of the law?
He sure was.
So for you to fully understand Paul, you've got to go and understand the law.
hmm And that's why he said that do we make void the law through grace? God
God
forbid.
forbid. We establish
Establish the
the
law.
law.
No, bro. Because what is important is the keeping of God's laws, right?
Right.
All right. Con, you got
But
anything else, Elder, you wanted to add before we wrap it up here?
no, I have nothing. I just got just one thing on the law.
Con.
Because check this out. Laws apply in all aspects and everything. Laws of nature, your so-called law of physics,
Mm-hmm.
right?
All thermodynamics.
Right. So how even when you as a like computer programmer, you're programming and the program is the law.
Mm-hmm. That governs.
1 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 won't know until it does this and it has to do this to do that. That is that law. The program is the law.
Right.
And if it follows the program, the law, you're going to get this and you're going to get that. If you don't follow the law, guess what happens? Nothing happens.
That's right.
Or you're going to get chaos.
That's right. And you talking about God, do away with God laws. You would never say do away with all the laws here in America.
Oh,
Why?
no.
Because what would happen?
Utter
Utter
mayhem.
chaos. That's right.
Utter chaos and mayhem.
Mayhem, anarchy, right? But yet they want you to do away with God's laws, and when you do away God's laws, that's what happens: chaos, anarchy, right? Death, right? Ultimately, is going to lead to death. Again,
But see,
Romans
that's
6:23, the
it.
wages of sin is
It
death.
is they want to and have their own laws and incorporate their own laws and do their own things
Right.
and just
Huh.
say and be like the laws of God don't apply. We're going to make our own laws because we see how if you allow them to just have total full control, where they be like, there's no God and there's no power and all our law is a word. You see how this place will be.
Right. Con. Absolutely. This place would devolve into, utter chaos and madness. So, what we gonna do, what we urge you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to do, man, is keep God's law, man. Take hold of it, right? Right? That you might be illuminated. This is what the laws of God's gonna bring you out of darkness into his marvelous light.
Right. I, I just got one more thing to say for the people
Mm-hmm.
who don't believe that the laws don't matter. Now check this out. This world is governed underneath man's laws, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're following their laws. You see the state of everything that it is now. Because
Mm-hmm.
people say, "What the hell's going on? You people losing their mind." Imagine when the very little laws that they have, they take away. Then there's
Right.
no. Just imagine no law, no patriarchy, telling, "Hey, you can't do that." Everybody free to do what they want to do. Imagine that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't want to imagine that. Right? Because you know what that is, right? We understand what that's would be like, right? And by the way, that time is coming too,
Mm,
right? Like
look,
that's prophesized, man. You people gonna be running into each other's home, right?
right?
You're gonna want to go into one city and you can't. You know what I'm saying? Right? That's
It-
all coming, right? The race riots, man. The race
yeah.
wars, right?
It's gonna be like it'll be like the TV show The Walking Dead minus the zombies,
Mm-hmm.
where
Right.
you had individuals who grouped up, they're doing their thing, we're grouping together. You got these guys grouping up, they're marauders, we just doing whatever the hell we want to. And you got
Right.
people who be like, look, we're just trying to stay together and live socially.
Right.
That's what's gonna happen.
Right. It's gonna happen. Absolutely, man. So we better be prepared, man. The hour of temptation for you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? The hour of temptation, remember, as we pointed out, through much tribulation, right? But if you want to reign and be joint heirs with him, then you have to suffer with him. All
That's
right.
right.
Right. But the Lord said that he would shorten his time for his elect's sake. And he said that his servants would eat. Right. So in order to ensure that Yahweh is going to have that hedge of protection around you, family, come back to him and keep his laws, statutes, and commandments, having the belief on the Most High Yahweh and the faith in his Son, who he sent in his name, Yahweh Shai. All right.
Ah,
Huh. If the elder don't got anything else, I'm
I
done,
have anything else,
family.
man.
God.
God.
All praises to the Heavenly Father. With that, we're gonna say call halal, Yahweh,
Kala,
Bashima Mashiach, Yahweh Shai, Barakatah. Khan family.
Barak. Ah,
Khan. Shalom.
Shalom, fam.
King Corn beats be killing shit.
We was powers on this earth once, and we was all about the mirth once. Idol worship, murder like the first of the month. Hit a nigga with the bick like he need a light. That's what you do when you on fourth, or else you got a punt. But we ain't needed when we cry for Egypt's flesh, nah. So it's Egypt that we got, and we hella mad. These crackers soaring off our shoulders like some helipads. They see our sweat, but they don't feel